Shalom, friends. As we go into Parshat Shoftim, there's only one drasha we have from the Rebbe, one of Eish Kodesh in 1941, which I've spoken about a few times before, and it's very short, and I thought I'd talk about something else. It's here, it's now, when I'm recording, it's Rosh Chodesh Elul. We start to blow the shofar, and obviously going into Rosh Hashanah with a real mitzvah of blowing the shofar. So the Rebbe, in a couple of his drashas for Rosh Hashanah in Derech HaMelech, brings a question from earlier Hasidic books that how can it be that we don't blow the shofar on Shabbos, Rosh Hashanah, when it falls on Shabbos? The decree of the rabbis, lest we carry it in the public domain, and that he says the shofar is what helps us get a divine decree of life, and therefore it should be considered pikuach nefesh, a saving a life, which is dochesh Shabbat, which overrides the laws of Shabbat. So we should be able to blow the shofar on Shabbat Rosh Hashanah. And he, in one place, says that blowing the shofar, especially the truah, the calling out, which is compared in the Gemara to crying, to both moaning and sobbing, he says that's what when we blow the shofar on physically on Rosh Hashanah during the week when it's not on Shabbat. So that's when we really feel and cry out loud for our deeds, which are either, he says, not allowed, or lowly, he says, inappropriate kind of things, and we feel that pain and we cry about it. He says, but Shabbat is the day of machshava. Shabbat is the day of thought, of the lifting up everything to thought. So on Shabbat we don't cry. On Shabbat we think about things. We think about it on a higher level, and there's interior crying, perhaps, and that interior crying is represented by the shofar blast that we don't blow on Shabbat. On Shabbat, we do, he says, essentially do the shofar, but on the level, on the mental, emotional, spiritual level, not on the physical level, to match the type of crying that we do on Shabbat, which is not out loud, but only in the thought process as we contemplate. So this year we have 2 days of Rosh Hashanah during the week. We'll blow the shofar both days. But nonetheless, let's keep in mind as well that the crying of the shofar should be an external manifestation of internal crying. And crying, keep in mind, is brought in the name of the Ari. The crying on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur is crying of happiness, not of sadness. That we know that Hashem is with us. We know that He takes care of us. As someone once said in a kind of a joke, which I won't tell over now, it'll be okay. The judge is our Father. So Be'ezrat Hashem, let's have a very meaningful and powerful Chodesh Elul as we prepare ourselves for Rosh Hashanah. Kol Tuv, Shabbat Shalom, Besorot Tovot.